Hello, my name is Lark.
And I'm Victoria.
And today we are shining a light on fluoride. Fluoride is a subject that we were just talking about before we pushed that play button, and it literally makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, chemical warfare in America, I feel like this is what needs to be taught in schools, but it's not going to be taught in schools because then everything would change.
Yeah, right.
And they don't want that.
Right.
They are who we're shining a light on today, and we do not consent.
Yeah, we do not consent to having fluoride, aka poison, in our water because that greatly affects our health. And I always knew that fluoride, I work in the natural industry, and I always heard fluoride was bad, but honestly, I just kind of never took the time to research it until quarantine, and then I started to think about it more. But I've always used like a filter, but that doesn't take out fluoride and a lot of other harmful chemicals.
What does it do? It takes away the taste
Right.
of chlorine, but
it doesn't actually take it out.
The molecule of fluoride, in a traditional type of water system, it's too tiny, so it'll go through. And so I think a lot of people probably also think that they're taking it out,
or they
but
think
they're not.
they think they're taking out harmful things, but it's
just
you're
the
really
taste.
Not. Yeah,
If
you're
you're
just making the chemicals taste better.
Yeah, if you're using traditional ones, it's just making you not taste the poison that you're drinking.
Right, which is
Good times.
really insane. Yeah. So that's why we're shining the light on it today, we felt very empowered to really research that. And like she said, this book is amazing.
This book it's so many things, and we will talk about all of the different things that are in it. But really, we are encouraging everybody to get the book and to do your own research. But the things that are in here are JAMA, CDC, all of the big, the EPA. Like, it's not a conspiracy theory where we're putting on a tin hat right now.
Right.
Like, this is
like factual
documented stuff.
Yeah.
And the United States is is the only developed country that poisons their people with fluoridation.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
I didn't know that. Like, I was just rereading that just now, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And it affects every part of our system from a cellular level. I mean, it is just legit poison.
And so you could read a few things that it really affects from the book, but the number one thing that we discovered that it affects, and it makes so much sense why they use fluoride in our water system, which we ingest, which majority of the population, whether you have a filtration system at home, you're still going to get fluorinated water when you go to restaurants and
cooking with
it. Yeah, if you don't have it in your shower, your skin is the largest organ of your body, so it's going to get
in 26
absorbed.
seconds it's absorbing into our body.
So it's really hard to avoid if they're putting it in our system.
Yeah.
So what it affects is ridiculously amazing to find out, because it makes total sense. It affects your pineal gland, which is your intuition, which is your soul. So that makes absolute sense why they want to calcify that, so you can't pick up on your messages from your soul that you need to fulfill your purpose here on earth.
Yeah, and I think that's the main point, and why they continue to do it, because they cannot have us have a third eye awakening as a mass consciousness. That would, be too much for them. And we must be really powerful in the United States for them to continue to need to poison us, and for people's outrage to not be heard. I know that there are people that have tried to start groups and to shine a light on it themselves, and this is our 2 cents saying yay.
Yes.
Congratulations to all of you. We are honored to be part of your team now, and we have to say enough is enough about this.
Yeah, we have to stand up and say no more fluoride, because not only does the pineal gland, what that also does besides your intuition is it affects your serotonin, which is your happy mood hormone, which a lot of people get depressed because they're having their freaking pineal gland calcified, and it affects your melatonin, so you can't sleep, so you can't think. Not only so you're not happy, you can't hear your messages, your intuition, and you can't freaking sleep.
And what does that all sound like that would be really excited about all of those things going down? the pharmaceutical company. The sleeping medicines that we need, all of the antidepressants and all of those things. So yay, let's give them fluoride, and then they need these things, and then we're going to get them sicker and sicker and sicker, and then you're on the hamster wheel of this pharmaceutical industry, and
Yeah,
all of the treatments.
it's a sick cycle that you're dependent on them, on the drugs and things like that, or melatonin, when your body produces your own melatonin. And if you start taking melatonin, then your body's going to stop producing that, so you're going to always be dependent on that. And that is not what you want. You want to naturally be able to produce that.
Yeah. So babies, their IQs drop. That's definitely something that people that are wanting to control us would love for our IQs to be less. Cancer causing, depression, psychiatric issues, like the list goes on and on and on, all the way down into our bones being brittle, aging. Totally, we're going to talk about how we're going to plant a seed in another video about our life expectancy is not 100 years old. It is much, much longer than that. And one of the ways that we're going to take back our longevity in life and our glow and our inner knowing is by trying to remove fluoride in all the ways. And like, we aren't even 100% there. I have been drinking fluoride-free water for a long time, but it's still in my shower.
Right. I mean, we need to have a really good shower head developed. I know there's some out there. We're going to do research more on that. I just recently put a water filtration system in my kitchen, and it was actually super easy. $500. It lasts like for a year or 15 months for my daughters and myself, and stick it right underneath the sink. And so all my cooking water we can drink straight from the tap, and it takes out chlorine, fluoride, all the nasty chemicals. And so there are things that we can do today to help reduce the intake. You can take those baby steps. It's just important to be knowledgeable of the fact that fluoride is poison and what it does to you. And we encourage you to definitely go do more research on that, because we cannot do that in one video, but this book will definitely help you.
Yes. This is so good. It's, we're not sponsoring. I mean, we're not getting any kind of kickback from this book. It's during our eye-opening last 3 months, I just was like, oh my gosh, is there information about all of the things that we're finding? Because you do get this pushback, like this is a conspiracy theory. No. All of the things that are in here, there are sightings, there are things that you can look up. They're all
researched,
very medically
and backed up.
Yes, absolutely. So this book is absolutely amazing, and we can put a link from Amazon or just look it up. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and that, this is just one book. Once you start researching, you're going to find a ton of information about this. And it's out there. Once you open your eyes up to certain topics and you start focusing on that and you start asking questions, that's when your eyes change. You get a new set of eyes and a new reality, and you receive that information, you receive those answers. Once you start seeking, then you will find, right? The blind shall see.
Yeah,
seeking you shall find.
And we can actually heal ourselves too by doing all of these things physically, but also mentally, just deciding we are not going to allow this to happen to us, and then our bodies can start healing and everything too. So that I mean, it's so exciting what's possible, but us all coming together and saying enough is enough and demanding that fluoridation absolutely immediately stops. We do not need to be the only country in the world that is so developed that is doing this to their people.
Yeah, and it has crap water. Yeah, we do not consent to yucky crap water. We consent to clean, pure water for everyone.
Yes. That's a right that we have. I mean, this planet has beautiful water, and so it's our responsibility to keep it clean, and it's our responsibility to also stand up and say, no, this isn't okay.
Yeah, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to talk to you and shine a light on some new things.
More topics.
Yes.
All right, see you later.
Bye.